Hi there, welcome to today's painting tutorial. In this episode, we're going to paint a bunch of lavender with acrylic paints. So let's get started. And I want to start by blocking in the dark areas. I'm going to take a size 6 round brush. I have some of this dark green on the palette. I'm going to mix a little bit of black into that to darken it even further. And then let's apply that along the bottom. And then over on this side, so it's just going to be the darkest value of the stems. And then we can come over here. And on this right side, then I'm going to put some in this area. Okay, so I'm going to rinse my brush and let's take a 0 round and some of this gray paint. I'm going to carefully go around this rope at the bottom, just kind of outlining it where the shadows would be. Okay, now let's take some gray paint. So I'm going to stick with the size 6. Take some of the gray. Then I want to put that in where there's going to be some shadows. Those are just kind of dots. And we'll come around here. Okay, so now let's add some dark purple. So I'm going to rinse my brush. Let's take this deep purple and then add some black to it. Okay, and then we can apply this. There's going to be a little bit in the stems. And then we'll put some in the flower areas. So this is just really loose, just blocking in shapes. Okay, so I'm going to take some straight purple and add some dabs of that. It's a much brighter color without that black mixed in. It's still pretty dark in value. Okay, so then you can let this dry completely and then we'll move to the next step. Now I've added some more colors onto the palette. I have a white, a pastel purple, a grayish purple, a warm pastel green, a cool pastel green, a beige, and then a chocolate brown. So let's take the chocolate brown and mix a little bit of the beige. Also, I'm working with a size 0 round brush. And let's put some of this color into the string. And Then we'll transition to the straight beige. And I'm filling in that rope area with this beige color. And let's work on putting in some of these midtones. So I'll take this warmer green. Let's see if we can start putting in the stems. So I'm going to go on top of any gray, darker paint that I have. Just trying to get thin lines. Using the tip of my brush. Then I'm going to make some leaf shapes as well. You can do that by just pressing down and lifting up the brush. Okay, so now let's add that cooler green. So I'll rinse the brush and we'll take that cool green and then let's put that in. So you can fill in some of the little leaf type of shapes that the lavender has. I can come down here and put in some of the stems that are coming through the bottom. Okay, don't forget to kind of step back a little bit so you can get a better view of your work. Okay, I'm going to switch back to that lighter green and put that along the bottom for the stems that are showing out underneath. Okay, rinse off the brush and now let's work on the midtones for the flower. So I have some of this grayish color, purple. Let's put those in. You want to use a brush that gives you these shapes really easily. This round brush is perfect for that. And then layer on top of some of that darker paint so that you can get some more dimension. And now let's switch to this pastel purple, which is a little cooler. And we'll put that around the edges. You can make smaller brush strokes if you would like. Just get some variety of different sizes for the petals. You can put some in the middle as well. Cover up a lot of that white space. And again, let the brush do the work. Just give you the shape of the petals just by pushing down and lifting up. You might want to bring some of this color down into the stem area. Okay, so that's a nice block in for the color. So then you can let that dry and then move to the next step. Now in this step, we're going to refine the painting and add details. So I'm going to take a size 0 round brush, and that can really help you get precise details. And I brought back our darker colors so that we can bring back in some of our darks to help refine some of the shapes. So I can go back along the stems and bring some of those shapes out, kind of outlining some of the areas that I want to have more definition, shadows, and give them more structure, more detail. Okay, I'm going to mix a lighter green color with some yellow. See if that could give me a warmer green. Then I can put that on some of the top areas. You can make that area where the stem connects to the flower, just to add more detail there. And you could use this color to put in some highlights as well, which will give more definition. You could bring the stem up higher in certain areas. Be up here, just adding more detail and more definition. Okay, and then you could take your darker purple color and add some more definition with that. So you could add some shadow to some of these lighter petals. Go around the bottom and add detail to those. Just give them more structure so that they don't look like they're floating. And you could add some of this color into the stems. Okay, and then let's add some highlights. So you could take some white paint, maybe have a little bit of purple in there. And then you can try to put that in as some highlights on these lighter flowers. And you could put them on the darker petals as well. Okay, just any place that you want more detail. I'm using those really small little brush strokes with that 0 brush. Okay, so you could take your time with this step and add as much detail as you would like. This is a fun meditative part of the painting. Okay, but I will call this complete for now. Please like and subscribe for more painting tutorials, and we'll see you in the next episode. Bye!